Damn, dude, that thing shoots fucking smooth.
What's up, everyone? It's Cameron. I'm back creating another video for you guys. I know it's been a while. This time last year, I ended up getting in a pretty bad car accident. So that kind of slowed down my abilities to make videos, make content for you guys. But nevertheless, God willing, I'm recovered. I feel great. And I'm back at it again for you guys. So I just want to say I appreciate everyone that's been watching the videos and the time that I haven't, been uploading or anything like that. And then I just want to say I appreciate everybody that's left comments, that's left likes, subscribed, watched, all that stuff. Forever grateful. Thank you guys so much. And hopefully I can keep delivering you guys some pretty good stuff. And I hope you guys like what I have for you today. Nevertheless, we're back at it and we're going to keep it pushing. So today I got something pretty special for you guys. This is the CR920XP from Shadow Systems. This is a cleared gun. This is safe. But anyway, a little bit of history as to why I wanted to purchase this. So if you guys remember a little while back, I did a video on the Glock 43X. And in that, I said I wasn't a big fan of it just because of how it shot, how it felt in my hand. I just really wasn't a big fan of those slimline guns. But Shadow Systems ended up coming out with this a couple months ago. And that really piqued my interest when I saw that this had a compensator on it, as well as this could hold 15 rounds in a mag. Which, if you guys remember, when I talked about the Glock 43X, I was kind of upset that that only had 10 rounds in a mag, unless you went and got shield arms mags. But anyway, that's why I got this pistol. And this thing is going to be coming in around $890 to like $950. I paid $890 for it, but that's what you guys are going to be paying for something like this. So these guns are built off the Glock platform. So there's a decent amount of parts interchangeability, things like your triggers, mag releases, slide releases. You guys should be able to change those out if you so well please to do that. This thing is also similar in size to a Glock 48. I can't verify this, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done this myself, but I have heard through the grapevine that you can use some Glock 48 holsters with this pistol and they should work. Not entirely sure, I haven't tested it myself, but this is stuff I've heard online. So take that with a grain of salt, I guess, but that is just what I've heard. Now, I am very comfortable with telling you guys that this is the softest shooting slimline pistol that I have ever shot. This thing shoots so well. In fact, I think it beats my Glock 19. It's crazy to say, but this thing is so soft shooting. It's very easy to keep those sights on target and do those faster follow-up shots with this compensator, and then also being able to have 15 rounds in a magazine. I do really like this pistol. I think it's good. I think there's some things you should be cautious of though and know about before you purchase something like this. So we're gonna get into that real quick. All right, so what we all want to get into is how did she run? Well, Shadow Systems does state that there's about a 200 round break-in period that you should get through before you start really judging this gun and how it performs. And I really appreciate the guys at Shadow Systems for saying stuff like that and letting people know that within that first 200 rounds, you might experience issues. So nevertheless, I'm not going to bash this gun too hard for any issues that I had within that 200 round period. Everything after that, though, that's where we're going to start running into issues and have some problems. But anyway, my experience, my first range trip, loaded up that first mag, put it in, started shooting. Had a stoppage for every single round. Every round there was some kind of malfunction. Big bummer, still within that 200 rounds, of course, so it's like, what can you do? Load up a second round, still had issues, but they were about every 3-4 rounds. Still sucked, nobody wants to see that. Then load up another mag, ran that, no issues, no stoppages for the rest of that range trip. So that was really cool, really nice to see. Second trip, ran pretty good for the most part. I did have issues with this with arms core ammo though. That ammo is a little bit of a lighter load. It's cheap ammo. So, I had a stoppage pretty much every single round for that ammunition. So I want to verify that it was an ammunition issue. So I ran into my Glock 19. Also had a lot of stoppages, not every single round, but nevertheless, that one is also a comp gun. had a lot of issues. Loaded up my regular training ammo after that. She ran flawlessly. Ever since then, she's run pretty good. The only problem that I will say I've had is the slide not locking back on empty, but that's more so with how I hold the gun. I'm not going to really ding the gun for that. If there's anything, I can probably get an raised slide release on here. Just change that out. You know, so I won't be having any of those issues like that if I do that. So I'll probably look into something like that. But that's been my experience with reliability. I would say pretty good. Within that 200 rounds, you know, I was having those issues. And then also something of note, I have put around 500, 550 rounds through this. So decently shot, not 1,000 rounds, not 2,000, but, you know, kind of enough to know it's not a lemon. Also, I did want to let you guys know, I did shoot around 25 rounds of Hornady Critical Defense. That's my main carry ammunition. Ran flawlessly, ran 124 grain through it, no problem. So just want to let you guys know that it's a little bit more of a hotter load, so I would assume it would do pretty well with a comp gun. So kind of going over the features of this pistol and kind of what we got going on here. So one of the main selling points of this pistol is the fact that there is a single port compensator running up here. And this single port compensator is connected via a locking lever. So it's not a threaded barrel. What does that mean? This pistol is 50 state legal. So you guys that live in places like California, New York, Illinois, you're able to purchase a pistol like this without having to worry about your Second Amendment rights being infringed on any more so than they already are. So, you know, sorry you guys got to deal with that. Abolish the ATF, repeal the NFA. Let's do all that shit. Anyway, so that's one of the main selling points, and this thing works so well. This gun shoots so flat. I'm a big fan of this. Now, you also have the slide serrations up here. These are pretty good because it allows you to manipulate the firearm a lot easier, especially with these top serrations. I do like that. It just makes it a lot easier. So I'm a big fan of it. We also have tritium night vision sights up here, which are really nice. You have a glowing green front and you have a black serrated back. Pretty much the serrations are for anti-glare. So that makes it really nice and really easy to aim this pistol. And honestly, it's awesome just using this thing with the iron sights alone without a red dot, in my opinion. It was really fun for me to try because I haven't shot red dot or iron sights in a long time. So you also have this flush dust cover here. Doesn't really do much, but it does look cool. So that's kind of half of what's important, right? Looking cool. We want to look cool. So this thing gives a nice little John Wick look, in my opinion. So I really like it. So we also have a bronze nitrided barrel. This thing is plenty accurate. This thing shoots very well. Haven't had any issues. It's also beautiful. This thing looks amazing. Looks is half the battle, gentlemen. And this thing, it just takes the cake. This is a beautiful gun. So anyway, on to some more important stuff. We also have a optics ready slide, which will be able to fit most of your micro red dots for these pistols. Right now I'm running an EPS carry, or a Hollow Sun EPS carry. It's pretty nice. It's enclosed. I don't know how I feel about enclosed pistol sights yet, but nevertheless, you'll be able to run almost any red dot that you have on this pistol. Okay, next, moving on. We have the stippling on the grip as well as the accelerator cuts. These are a little aggressive, but they're very solid. You're gonna, if you have this thing in your hand, you're not losing that grip at all. Just be careful with certain kinds of shirts. You might mess up your clothing a little bit with this grip texture. Of course, accelerator cuts, as I mentioned before, these are absolutely awesome because you can rest your thumb down right there as you shoot. Oop, accidentally AD'd that light. As you shoot, you can hold your thumb down and kind of control that recoil a lot easier. So that's really cool. On to one of the things that I don't really like about this pistol. It is the trigger. Nothing very special. It feels like a Glock trigger, just a very clean, good, well broken in Glock trigger. What I do like though is it's not a rolling break. It's more so like you have a much more defined wall, and then boom. There's your reset. boom. Not too bad, like a 5 to 6 pound trigger. You know, I can live with it, feels good. So what do you get when you guys purchase this pistol? Well, one of the most important things is mags. Guys, we get 15 round magazines with this pistol. We get 2 of them. So Shadow Systems does have a proprietary magazine that fucks. These magazines are amazing. Their price also fucks. $30 per mag. I think that's very fair. And then also now you're able to purchase +3 mag extensions for these. So guys, you can have 18 rounds of pure hate in one of these mags. So I think these mags are just, they're amazing. Compared to something like the Glock 43X, honestly, that's kind of where the Shadow Systems pulls its dick out and throws it on the table with the Glock 43X, is with these magazines. These go, I'm really happy about these, is being able to get 15 rounds. They're also fairly priced. And then you're able to do the mag extensions. What else do you get? Well, you get some other parts for a box that I'm not going to open up because the parts are all over the box and I really don't want to lose them, to allow you to mount your optics. So you get a couple spacers in there, you get some screws, all that fun stuff. And then you also get a fun little carrying case that I'm going to show you guys right now. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the carrying case that they give you. This thing is really awesome because it will allow you to carry a pistol, maybe 2. At least I was able to get 2 in there with just pure determination and stubbornness. So you also get this nice little tool that you can use to break some things down. I've used it to replace the mag base plates for my Glock 19 mags. So pretty nice altogether. They give you a carrying case. I really do like that because I don't have a pistol carrying case, surprisingly. I just have my big ass gun bag. So this helps kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So what are some of my quick pros and cons of the pistol? One of the main pros is honestly because this gun is pretty decked out of the box. You know, you get those, you get that stippled frame, you get those accelerator cuts, you get the slide milling, you get the optics cut, you get the compensated barrel. You do end up saving a little bit more money than if you were just to get a Glock straight up and then have all that work sent to go be done to it. So that is one of those things. If you know you're going to build out a Glock, something like this is very good because it allows you to be able to just kind of have all of those features that you would want out of the box. So I do appreciate that. Also, the fact that the compensator is 50 state legal. I think that's very important, just so, you know, other folks in different states who get their gun rights infringed on can be allowed to have the capabilities of a compensated pistol. I think that's very important. Also, another thing I have to commend Shadow Systems for is their warranty. If, God forbid, if any of you guys ever use this pistol in a self-defense situation and it gets taken away for evidence by police, Shadow Systems will send you another pistol. All you have to do is send them a copy of your police report and they'll send you another gun, which is amazing because some folks, this might be their only gun. You know, it's a shame that in a situation where they use that pistol to defend themselves, defend their family, defend their home, something like that happens and now they're out of a gun for God only knows how long. So I got to say thank you, Shadow Systems, for providing that service for folks out there. So that's really cool. Now to the cons. Basically, my main con with a pistol like this is the fact that it just can't run every kind of ammo. For your really light loads, it's going to struggle. It's going to hiccup. So that is one of the main things that sucks. Also, I know we talked about the price being one of the pros, but another one of the cons is the price, because it is a little bit of a higher price tag. Straight up out of the box, it might be a lot harder for people to afford than somebody who wants to just get a pistol like a regular Glock 43X or Glock 48 and do work as they go along, you know. So they'll start off with getting a slide milled and getting that red dot attached to their pistol. And then they might go into a compensator or this, that, and the other. Who knows? The barrier to entry is a little bit harder and a little bit higher because this pistol is more expensive than your base, most of your base Glocks out there. So that is one of my main cons. Now to my final thoughts. I do think that this pistol is very much worth it if you guys are looking for something like this, especially if you're looking for something that you know you're gonna mess with, you know you're gonna tweak, because this pistol out the box already has slide milling, it already has optics cuts, it already has a compensator. It's already stippled. You don't have to do any of that kind of stuff. So I think this pistol is made more so for somebody like that. That's why I like this pistol so much, is because no matter what, if I got a Glock 48 or I got another Glock 43X, I was gonna do the same thing anyway. That about does it. You guys, I think if you get something like this, just make sure you vet it, make sure you get trained, make sure you actually shoot it. The gun is beautiful. This gun is beautiful. But what looks better is when you know how to shoot this gun and you're proficient in it. There's no point in spending all this money for a pistol that looks this good and that has the functionality that this pistol has, and you can't perform with it. Guys, get out there and shoot. Get out there and shoot. Go at it. So I just want to say thank you guys. If you could, please leave a like. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Or if there's anything that I missed that you think, the audience should know about, also, please feel free to leave a comment. That's amazing. We love that. If you guys could also subscribe too, I'd really appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you guys for everyone that's returning, who's watched my old videos to watch this one. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate all the new people that we have coming to this channel. I want to try and build a positive community that helps each other out and kind of introduces people to the Second Amendment and, firearms. So I really appreciate it. And I hope God blesses you guys. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I just want to leave off with one thing. Make sure to call your friends. You never know what they're going through, and it takes a couple minutes. So if you haven't talked to somebody that you care about in a while, reach out. Have a couple-minute conversation with them, ask them how they're doing. You never know what you can do for somebody just with that simple gesture alone. So that's it for me, guys. I love y'all. God bless. Goodbye.